What's up guys, a Shifty Bloke here, and this is my final installment of my Kammy Do It Ultimate Team FIFA 11 series thingy me bob. And like I said in the last episode, this is going to be my journey throughout this tournament. Starting from the very beginning of the tournament, I come up against this guy who has a pretty decent side. Two Premiership players, the rest are La Liga players I believe, and two Serie A players in defence. Pretty decent side. But I managed to strike first. Lopez here with the kind of lucky through ball. Lob through ball onto Gervinho. Or Briand I should say, sorry, Briand, who finishes with a nice little outside of the foot sort of half volley thing. And that's all she wrote on that game. 1-1, managed to defend pretty well after that. So pretty, it wasn't a great game. Hence why there's no other highlights apart from the goal. And my next game is against this guy who has an all-German international team with Manure in goal, which isn't never good to come up against because he's one of the best keepers in the game. And he has an informed striker up front. But, actually, no, sorry, he manages to get off to the early start. Keeper makes two good saves, but on the third rebound, he has a very nice, actually, little chip goal over my keeper to make it 1-0 to me, or to him I should say. Get all mixed up here. Then I managed to get pretty lucky and I tramp it over to Briand. I think in tournaments it doesn't matter how you score the goals really. Then Ozil manages to make it 2-1 not too long after. Bad defending by me. Then this is where the craziness happens. Goalkeeper pulls off two good saves there, but I managed to get the goal finally on the 90th minute to make it 2-2. And I think I got pretty lucky there if I'm honest, because his goalkeeper was immense the full game, as you'd expect from Neuer. But Gervinho manages to go on this nice run and a very powerful finish. Neuer couldn't stop that one to make it 3-2 to me. Then, not too long afterwards, I managed to pull off this nice little chip over the keeper. I thought he was going to save that really by Briand to make it 4-2, and that's how the game ended. I was very pleased in the end with that, because I normally don't do too well in extra time. So I was just happy to get the win there. And my next opponent is this guy called Kellers Kecker or something, who has, again he has Neuer in goal, and a couple of German players, a couple of Spanish La Liga players, and two French League One players. But I managed to get off to a good start. Hengbart, who's one of my midfielders I believe, manages to finish there with a nice little finesse shot. Then, not too long afterwards, Zeko manages to equalise. That's going to be a common theme of this game, by the way. And 32nd minute, Briand makes this pretty athletic little goal there. Nice goal indeed. And just before half time he equalises again. Luis Fabiano with a nice strike there to make it 2-2. And around about the 70th minute, Sissoko with this, I don't even know what that was, but a nice strike in the end, comes off the post and into the back of the net to make it 3-2. And I'm just going to show you this right from the kickoff. From that goal, he puts together this string of passes here, which actually leads to another goal. God, happens to me so many times. After I scored, I concede, and he makes 3 subs, obviously going for the win, as you should be in a tournament. I don't make any, I don't think, any subs, because I don't usually anyway. But I managed to score again with Sissoko, 90th minute with this nice finish, 2 goals from him. I think he got man of the match that game, and deservedly so, because he was my best player on the day. I actually sent this guy a little GG, a good game, because it was a good game in the end. And I go and buy my players some fitness cards, because they are absolutely knackered after that game. I then go and search for my next opponent. This is my final opponent, as it is the final, obviously, of the tournament. And this guy has a bunch of Spanish players, Spanish internationals, and he's got Drogba, Nelka and Lampard up front, and 2 Brazilians as well, which is a pretty good team indeed. But the first half was none too interesting, as you can see by the halftime stats. It was a pretty even game in terms of possession and shots. But I managed to, by Diawara with this very nice volley there, my defender. I think that was his first goal for the club. Not too long after that, he makes a sub. Actually, pretty much directly after that, he makes a sub. That goal. He brings on a Bonlahor, just to try and use his pace. But for most of the game, actually, it was me who had the shots. As you can see, I had numerous chances. This one here, I get kind of unlucky there. It just kind of trickles to his feet. And for most of the game, I'd have a shot, and this is a pretty decent effort there. I'd have a shot, he'd just chuck the ball out, just throw the ball out to any player, and I'd get it instantly. And as you can see, he makes another sub, brings on Ozil, and you'll see it here, he just throws the ball out immediately after he catches it. I win it back, and I have another shot on goal. And I should have probably scored here. I could have trapped it, I think, but I didn't. But inevitably he scores, as is usually the case when you don't finish your chances on this game. I think that was like one of his only chances. I think I show the half-time or the full-time stats. Maybe, yeah, there you go. He had 7 shots, I had 16, 11 on target. He had 4 on target. But at the end of the day, it's how you finish your chances. So credit to him for finishing that. As you can see there, I'm through on goal. He tried to bin my player. I then tramp over to Lopez. Kind of thought if he's going to try and bin me on that situation, then I'm going to tramp it. And this happened. As you saw from the corner, the little kind of circular thing was going on. And I kind of thought this guy was going to rage quit. And as you can see, it happens again. And right here, I thought he was rage quitting. But that was not the case. It stayed like that for a long time. It was, you know, if you've played FIFA, you'll know this tends to happen. It'll just freeze until one player quits. I think here, yeah, here I go and look at the guy I'm playing to see if he's actually still in the game, and he is. Excuse me. And yeah, this is how it kind of lasted for a while. I think I sent him a message saying, you know, what was going on, if it was him, or he sent me a message saying it wasn't me, it's you, or something, I don't know. And I kind of feel in these situations, if you're losing, you should kind of, I don't know, maybe back out. I know this is a tournament, and there's 3,000 coins at stake, so I guess there's more on the line than just a normal game, but I wasn't wanting to leave because I felt like I deserved the win in the end. So I left my Xbox running and I came back to find this. Kammy do it to have won the United Nationals trophy, and I think it took about an hour or 2. Yeah, there you go. If you look at the time before when I sort of put up the Xbox guide, you'll know. And I don't know what happened, but for whatever reason I didn't get any coins for that win. Nothing at all. I guess that's because the game kind of lagged or messed up. And as you can see, it counted the win of the trophy. As you can see, I have another trophy under my belt, and the trophy is sort of highlighted now, which means I've won it. So I was pretty pissed off, to say the least, after that. Didn't get my coins. So that was a kind of sour ending, I guess, or however you say it. But that's my final team. I kind of decided before the tournament that I was gonna end it here, no matter what happened in the tournament. So the coins didn't really matter that much that I didn't get them, because I wasn't going to be progressing any further with the team. So yeah, that's the end of this series, guys. I'll be bringing you another one shortly. So thank you very much for watching this series. Stay tuned for the next one, and goodbye.